A number of high-profile police-involved shootings and at least one choking incident has prompted mass protests as part of the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, local police officers are coming together with a campaign of their own. I'm joined this morning by retired police officer Scott Murrow. This morning, Mr. Murrow, thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, Jean, and thank you for having me on this important day, Law Enforcement Appreciation Day throughout the nation.
All right, tell me about your new campaign, Police Lives Matter.
Police Lives Matter grew out of a social media request to get together, the law enforcement family. I suggested we have it at the Fallen Memorial, the Centurion, and so Sunday at 3 o'clock we're going to get together and have an event just to show solidarity and get people out and get to know the police.
Why did you think this was so important? Is it because the side of the police officers are not being told?
Yeah, Gina, you know, police officers every day do acts of kindness, but they often have to use deadly force. And I think that threatening the police and looking negatively at the police is inappropriate. You know, each incident should stand alone and be scrutinized, but certainly 99.9% of the police are out there to serve and protect and do a fantastic job.
Can we talk about deadly force for one moment? I think police get a lot of criticism, some might argue, because instead of shooting to kill, why can't they shoot to maim or injure?
Yeah, you know, the training is that you're supposed to stop a threat. So when you're out there and you get into these critical incidents, such as a shooting incident, you're trying to stop a threat. And you know, shooting to just stop and shoot somebody in the leg, you just react to what the threat is. So you take the appropriate action according to your training. And unfortunately, sometimes that's a fatality, and no police officer ever wants to be in that position, but sometimes it's necessary.
And very quickly, with the rally coming up this Sunday, how do you hope the rally hopes to bridge the gap between police officers and those communities who may not necessarily want police there?
Right, we've invited everybody out. Please come out there at 21st Street and 8th Avenue North. Get to know the police. Take time to not only say thank you, but know their name, know who polices your community. And I think that you'll find, to bridge the gap, you'll see that the police officer is just a normal person out there trying to do the best that he can, and they're very courageous. It takes something special to be a police officer.
All right, Scott Murrow, thanks so much for joining us. Again, I want to remind you at home that the rally is scheduled for this Sunday at 3 p.m. It will be held at the Fallen Police Officers Memorial outside the Mel Bailey Criminal Justice Center in Birmingham, and again, the public is invited.